Alright, gonna do another normal run here. We'll just sort of complete the quote-unquote new champs here and go ahead and switch on over to Spine Chief. And yeah, in the interest of time, I'm just going to do a normal run instead of a Soul Forged run. I may have to limit myself to like maybe just like 2 or 3 of those a week. We'll see. I mean, it will be flexible, but and even though I do think Salvage is just significantly better than Smith, maybe we'll also just change this up and we can play Smith, I suppose, just to keep things interesting. So yeah, Spine Chief. I don't have a good evaluation on Spine Chief for Monster Train 2. I did find him having some struggles in Soul Savior, but just because you know, he's a tanky champ, but I wouldn't say he's built to be a tank. You know what I mean? And that can become a problem in Soul Savior mode, particularly. But even in Monster Train 2, it could be a problem. Just the base game or the normal game, we'll say. And yeah, you know, I think I do think he was the best champ in the first game. I think he's better than Little Fade, even for what I look for out of a champ, which is consistency. But I don't know. He still feels like a good champ to me, but I don't know that I would say he's the best champ in the game, certainly. But we'll see. I think there's a lot going, perhaps, against him in the way Monster Train 2 plays. You know, he's not, other than his, you know, whatever you call it, the Inspire path. You know, he's not really self-sustaining. He takes a lot of babying to allow him to do things, but we'll see. So we got Dominion, which is already going to be tough, potentially, if I don't get a bunch of armor for Spine Chief to survive. We got Strix and Hallow, the Slave variant. That won't be a problem, probably. We do have the Welding already, though. That's already, like, potentially some pretty good armor. And Forge Steward. So this is looking okay. Don't know how I'm going to fit them all on the floor unless I get a Renovate or a Steel Pulley Claw, though. That's always a problem. And then we got Pushback Arcane. I haven't seen him in ages, and might ironically be one of the few times I don't want to see him, but I guess maybe the flies could potentially help me out there sometimes, but we'll see. Good starters, at least. So we don't even get offered that other path, because honestly I'd be open to trying it out here, because like right now, if I don't get a way to put all my units on a floor, I'm going to have to run a multi-floor setup. And a multi-floor setup I don't think loves these champ paths, but if I were to choose one or the other, I don't know which one is better here. I think Corruptor requires less babying, so to speak, and also does maybe benefit from these flies more. You know, they can overstack the floor at the very least. And I could still have Forge Steward potentially be a proper tank for the Spine Chief. And, you know, if we get a floor, even if the floor is just 2 Bog Flies, actually, you know what, Forge Steward does not fit Spine Chief. That's the big downside of Forge Stewards. It's 3 pip. You know, I would consider this unit a lot better if it weren't 3 pip. I still think it's a good unit, but it's not like top tier. It's definitely not the best. You know, I think Crucible Steward for right now is the unit I would pick for best Railforge unit, but we'll see. Best uncommon banner, at least. I don't really know what to do here. I mean, there's definitely some synergy also if I just wait for, like, Weldling with the Corruptor. I think I'll do Corruptor. Right, Minehorde's definitely good with Corruptor. Sketch is interesting. Helps me get the flies out, helps me get these weldlings out. That's not a bad idea. It might be better than Mine Horde, honestly. And we'll obviously just have to get rid of these Spear Stewards, but I think I'm liking sketches here. I mean, the one downside here is, I don't know, if I don't get a way to, you know, we don't know where welding will come in at. Also, it might just pull 2 of them out, not on the floor with Spine Chief, but I think we'll just have to trust in the fact that we can hopefully make a deck where that doesn't matter. We're also going to have to get rid of a Shield Steward because our Champ and Forge Steward are both 3-pip. I think we'll go sketches though. I think Wormkin likes even the new version of sketches. It loved the old one, of course. Titan Skin 1 is nothing. Alright, let's put the Forge Steward at the bottom, Spine Chief at the top. Let me double check that it's the top. Oh, we got Bogworm's Growth. Hey, that could actually help me get around some of these issues. We'll see. Alright, we got 2 flies out. We actually did get a welding out on this floor, so yeah, let's smith once and put it down. And then once we get some echoes up, we'll be getting, I mean, we're already getting a ton of armor. This is so nice. I'm trying to think though, how does Bogworm's Growth help me anymore? It doesn't really help me other than just allow me, I guess, to play another Shield Steward on one of those floors. I guess if I get other units it could help. It doesn't help me with the sketches problem, the conundrum I have right now, though, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I need some pink on these floors to fly them up, so we'll probably do that. Really? Not a single fracture? I guess we're not getting Collector today, boys. Yeah, let's just fly these up. Mouse is going haywire. Alright, we'll get the fractures here. They're all dead, they're all dead. No sense taking pyro damage. I do have 16 forge points. Forge Steward certainly put in some work there. We're not going to use any of them. No, it is what it is. We don't need them, right? Alright, got him. Shit Snare. Pink Echo Infusion's probably fine. We do not want Ambient Charge in this deck, not at all. Yeah, let's take the only decent card here. Alright, our prayers have been answered. Steel, Pulley Claw, we trust in thee. That just solved every issue that we potentially had with the sketches. So, I would imagine we go left here. We have like no spells. Yeah. And a lot of units. Titanite. Titanite even. Well, what about... Yeah, dualism doesn't really help anybody. We got... Helps Shardsful Carver, though. And this is a tough one. Because I feel like I kind of want to Titanite the Forge Steward, but... If I take the Shardsful Carver, I get double armor. I mean, it's maybe not that good to dualize it. It's just equivalent to basically a basic Stygian upgrade. And I still probably take this card, but because it's really good. But I guess the only question is now is like, who am I putting Titanite on? Because obviously we're probably just gonna hit, we're probably just gonna hit this Merchant of Arms just to immediately be able to get deployable on the thing. So, I don't know. I don't have a huge benefit of Forge, but I still do have a benefit from it. But is it more than just... Because I could just put this Shroudsoul Carver right in front of... what's his name? Immediately. You know, I could put it immediately in front of Spine Chief, because it's 2 pip. Which is funny, because it was 3 pip in the first game. But, you know, I'm not complaining. It's a great unit. Yeah, and I mean, it just keeps gaining armor. Granted, it's like, once I get the weldling going, then it won't matter, but, you know, that armor doesn't actually matter. Any of, a potato with Titanite in front with these weldlings with the corrupted variant here, giving them armor, I mean, I'm just not going to die. But, yeah, I guess the thing is, like, I can get set up faster with the Carver as my frontliner, I feel. And because we're just not needing Forge here, I just don't think we build into the Forge Steward. Yeah, I think I like this. And we'll just give some health to one of these backliners. I'll give him attack as well. Why not? I mean, I could spread the love, but why not just double up on this one? Like, it's a potential dupe target. We'll see. I could purge a card there, but I want to leave at least some money for this Merchant of Arms. I don't have to hit the right stuff on sketches to get through these fights. Because we're just super strong already. Right, we got some extra pip there. Oh, I forgot. Honestly, I forgot I was Bogworm's Growth. So maybe Steward still could have worked, but you know what? I think this is still fine. Okay, Quicksilver Cherubs. Do this. Short on Ember. We'll definitely want to take an Ember upgrade because we're going to have to get that Steel Pulley Claw into action. Since we have an Ember downgrade, I think I'm okay with... wow, he's actually going to be pretty legit here. Yeah, I think I can just take this damage. Still probably want to do this up here. Do I even need to take that damage? It feels like just the stats I already have are getting through this, right? Definitely want that money. Guess I'm okay forging this. Yeah. There's the pulley claw. Suppose that's the best play. Let's bring up you first. I need an echo down here to move that guy. I could have maybe tried my hand at a bottom floor kill, but it didn't seem that useful. I could do this, but then I'm flying this egg off, right? Maybe I just don't even fly the egg off. Just, it's actually kind of important that unit just dies, right? That makes sense. I can forge this. Wow, that almost kills him there. You know what? Let's try to kill him here. Ah, son of a bitch. Well, there goes my fly. I'm a bit of a pro player. In case you didn't know. I could have at least like flight it in front of the unit and it still would have probably killed him. But nope, hey. I'm determined in making the worst play possible. I do not like that even pink with Corruptor. Yeah, it's just not actually that positive. This looks like a skip to me. Unless I want hosting kin. Potentially could be okay. I don't find the 13 number to be a great breakpoint in Monster Train 2 though. It's still big enough to kill anything early game, but once you get to the late game, it's not actually killing anything. Well, it's killing some things, but... So, of course, the retreat could still be useful. It just sucks that it's the calcified ember. It's probably worth maybe still taking? I don't know. If I had just a single smelt card right now, life would be a little easier for me to take the calcified embers, but I could still probably take it. I don't know. Is it even that good? I think I'm just gonna skip. I mean, maybe the pink echo checks are still okay. It is overall positive. I can definitely get my weldling doing more damage. But the thing is, like, even the turn I play it, at least it inspires since it's pink, because I do have an inspire card. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, once I get the top rank of Corruptor, I'm literally downgrading the damage the turn I play it, and then it's like, sure, it becomes positive like the turn after and those moving forward, but it's just slow. That's like a slow play, you know, and I just don't find Monster Train 2, you can get away with that as much. Like, we are going to need some front-loaded damage, and we don't have it right now. That is one thing Decayer excels at. But, yeah, I think the only front-loaded damage here would be hosting kin, but it's not enough for me to care. You know, I'm not worried about the backline in the early game. I got Fracture for that. I'm worried about the tanks. And even then, not really. It's like, if I go top floor with Corruptor most of these fights, which I totally can do, I could still take the hosting kin, though, because you never know what sort of fuckery might happen with Archeon pushback. Of course, we'd want to advancing it, not really retreating in it, so it doesn't necessarily help that much. It really doesn't. Yeah, I don't think I'd take it. Could take another Polyclot, but the Metallurgy is calling to me. That's pink, and it's a really good card. It is also a soft counter into Dominion for the AoE portion, and it gives me Smelt, most importantly. So, yeah, we'll take that for sure. I love that card. And we may be jumping the gun going to the left, honestly. Yeah, I could still get something more for Carver. I could still maybe get some more stuff for Forge Steward. I could get another banner unit, that maybe a Crucible. That's pretty good. Though, not a whole lot of etch, but still just its ability is worth taking most of the time. I could get the other Weldling soft upgraded. Of course, we are missing some health. Granted, I'm probably getting it. Well, you know what? I'm probably going magic or trinkets, right, in this combo. I would imagine so. Trinkets are so good. So actually, the health is pretty good here. I think we go left. I need to get that Polyclaw deployable. We'll check the thing first. Meat Shield. There's just too much armor going on in this combo, I feel, for Meat Shield to really be that worth it. But we could still take it just because it's a one-cost, somewhat useful equipment that could be the benefactor of Forge. Like, there's actually a surprisingly bad chance I can just, you know, this could just read 1 Ember, 15 health, and it probably means the same thing to me as this does. Maybe even 0 health. You know, I just want something to be able to pour this Forge into. Probably, like, I probably would even just put it on the backliners, right? Onto the Weldlings. So I don't know. If it's Graft Event, I could take this now and then at least I have something to put. But I don't want it for a graft, right? I actually just want it in my deck. So if it's graft event, I don't really care. I probably just take the actual random grafted unit, right? That would seem to make sense. Or I could do random equipment. Honestly, random equipment doesn't seem horrible. It's also just not likely that event anyway, so I'm probably overcomplicating things. Just trying to think if there's any preparation I need to do, because with a room you don't care. Like, there's really no reason to either buy a room at the Ring 3 Arms or deploy it before you visit the alcove, because the alcove, there's nothing that you benefit doing that before, but there is benefit to waiting to see, because sometimes you just get another room either stamped onto your train or offered in an offering of cards. So we'll just check this first. Plus we want to leave the health as well. Under Legions are usually bad. So what is it? Stygian, Umbra, and Under Legion. Let's take a look. You know, I'm surprised that there was no like trolling with the Wormkin. I actually thought it would be kind of neat. I didn't really bring it up, but I can see why they didn't do it. But I thought it would be kind of hilarious if. You know how it takes, like, I don't know, however many battles of unlocking things to unlock the original clans, and it's kind of like a shock, right? Well, I was thinking they could do the same thing with Wormkin, but it'd obviously be so much less of a shock, because everyone would be like, they're obviously here, right? But still, like, sort of slow rolling it out. But I can see why they just made it immediate. You can only troll your audience so much, right? Or troll your fan base, the Shiny Shoe fan base. Anyway, let's look at the rares. Bad. I'm back to thinking Harness of Titan is bad, and especially with my deck it is. Ice Empire for our deck, probably fine. We can set up top most fights, but honestly not amazing either. It is front-loaded damage though, so like I would definitely draft it. So we'll just say this. 2 no drafts, 1 draft so far. We're just going to count draft or no draft. Frostpiercer. See, this is worse than Meat Shield because it's 2 cost. You know, and I don't really think the effect is that great other than Relentless. Would I draft it? Or would I skip it? That's like really the question. Do I draft it or skip it? It's right on the fence, I feel. I think I would skip it. So we got 3 skips, 1 draft. Not looking good so far. Siren Song. Now there's a card I guess I would take. The only downside is I still got the Pulley Claw. And that means we would, I guess, have to set up mid or bottom with it, which is not the worst thing in the world, I guess, if I know I have a Siren Song cleaning things up. So I definitely draft that. So we're at 2 draft, 3 no. 3 yes, or 2 yes, 3 no. Ancient Synergy. This is just, I wish it was easier to like check your deck from the screen. But, I mean, I got some number of spells. It is front-loaded damage, but I would have to like look at the map, which I'm too lazy to do right now, but just to see like, am I hitting Merchant of Magics? I'll give it a soft no. I think I would skip it for now. So long story short, I mean, we don't have to go through each card here. I mean, obviously, Effigy sucks, but it's not looking good for Stygian. So Stygian is not so good here. I think we had about 3 yeses, 3 solid yeses, I would say. Or the rest are no. So, what about Umbra? Or consumed? Absolutely, I would take that. 1 yes. Kindle? I would be tempted to still take it. I'm on the fence of it. It's so good with a few of the cards here. Mainly, it would be Rail Forge cards. You know, there's just some pretty good X costs. For instance, the Forge X cost. And I guess we're past the point of finding the rest of the X cost, so that would really be the only thing. But so that maybe I wouldn't take it then. I don't know. There's still like a lot of high cost cards that it could enable playing, but we'll be generous. We'll say no. Say one for sure, yes. One kind of no. Shroud Spike obviously not. A Mitosis obviously not. Furnace Tap. I don't think I could take it. Glutton Maw, I would probably take. Even if it sucked, just for the upside. All I need is an endless unit to make that worth it. Of course, if I don't get endless, it's not great. But I think I would still take it. So 2 yes. Wretch, obviously not. It's not looking good here either. 3 yes with the Umbra. It's kind of equal. I guess I might even take a Blazing Bolts. It's like slightly better for Umbra, so it's not looking great. Man, the rares are not good right now. Under Legion, are you actually going to win this one? That would be wild. Okay, Spike the Legion. It's just doing armor right now, unless I'm forgetting something. So, not good. Mitosis Cap. Hey, with Banished? Maybe. With Banished, maybe. If the Sketches of Salvation, maybe. I could see a world where this makes sense. If anything, it's a zero-cost equipment with 15 health, which is good. It's just like the Celebrate is kind of a downside in some cases, because I don't want to fill my deck completely up with things. But I wouldn't mind celebrating once or twice with some of these cards, like the one. See, that's why it's nice that I already fully upgraded one of those weldings, for example. I can basically just say, you know what? I think we're A-okay just putting Mitosis Cap on that unit. The more the merrier for that unit. So that's a yes. Evergrowth would help. It wouldn't help me that much. We would use it for the sap. I suppose I could take it. I still just don't like it. I don't think I would take it. Unearthed Treasure. Can't see any reason to take that. I mean, they're so bad. Racking Pay is so bad. Contagious so bad. Deadly Variant is so bad. Great Decay with our, you know, yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad. Oh man, it's so bad. They're all bad. Can I just like skip for 20 gold or something? It seemed like Umbra was the least bad. I guess I can check. Let's check the Merchant of Magics. If the Magics seem good, I guess we'll go with Stygian, because we did know Ancient Synergy actually would be a yes if I know that I can get the cost down easily. So I think we skipped this one. I'm not seeing great reasons to hit that one. Definitely not hitting that one, when it's aside from an Empyrean Well. This one is hittable. It is opposite of Unstable Vortex, but by that steel, we'll have already hit another steel. So it's probably not that likely that we want to hit this sort of follow-up Merchant of Steel. It's not impossible that we would, though. Like, if we completely brick this Merchant of Steel, then obviously that changes what we want to do here, I think. But so I'm just trying to think the likelihood that I'm going to hit this Merchant of Magic. I'd give it like a 75% probably that I hit it. And that's it. That's the only magic. So I think Umbra wins here. We just go for those high roll cards and hope we get them. And we do. We actually get like all of them. I have to think Forever Consumed is the winner here, though. It's pink. I can play it for 0, worst case. But if, you know, it makes my Ember upgrade that I want to take right now even easier to take. And it just deals so much front-loaded damage. Yeah, that's the call. Incredible card. Get our health. I don't know that I want to spend money rerolling here when I've got most likely consecutive trinkets coming up. You know, I'm probably going trinkets. So, if I am going to deploy, which I definitely am, I'll do that. And then, I don't think it's worth spending 75 to reroll here. We'll just take the Meat Shield. That's fine. Take it as a forge target. Man, I got so excited about the prospect of Shroud Mitosis. Probably the only damn time I've ever been excited about it. Maybe I should have just went for the high roll on Under Legion, actually, thinking back on it. But I think we definitely got the better card here. between all the clans, honestly. I think Forever Consume's probably the best thing. Ooh, nice. Look at that power health. Alright, let's get him. It's hard-headed, but I think we're going to have just so many stats that it really won't matter. I still would probably like him to hit me less than often. I'm thinking maybe we can go like this. Man, if I only had one more pip here, this would be so much easier to do. It's still not too bad. I think we'll just do it like this. I need like one more ember to do the play that I want to do here. Oh yeah, you know what? I can still do the play I want to do. So we're going to put you top. And then I'll put you... I think here's my thought. So what I'm going to do is, obviously the turn after this, the boss probably hits here, unless I can somehow win a 50-50 by putting some units below, but it's not that likely. And I don't even know if I'd want to do that, but yeah, basically we'll troll him out top because he's guaranteed to come in top. We'll pull him down with a pulley claw behind. He wants to be kind of behind anyway, and I'm just trying to think if Forge Druid goes in front or behind right now, because I can get more forges out of him, I think, if I put him behind, because this guy will get pushed back by the first wave. And, or sorry, maybe we want to do this. Yeah, because then it's like the first wave. I'll just get more immediate forges this way, even if in long term I'll get less. It's like, do I want the long term forges or the short term forges, right? But we do have the Forever Consume, but still I would say beyond that, we don't necessarily want to give ourselves too many opportunities to lose here. I also do need to eventually start removing train stewards to get my sketches a little better. Alright, either way though, let's do this. I think we'll go like this. My thought also is like, I think I just protect the floor better if Shard Soul Carver is taking more hits overall. I guess we'll see. Oh, the good welding is there though. At least there's a welding there. I mean, we can get this guy down eventually. And to be honest, I could argue maybe we want to bring this welding down first. It actually makes a good amount of sense. Yeah, let's bring this welding down first. I'll just take this hit, it's fine. The further back I have Spine Chief, the better. That's definitely true. And I can just equip him with this. Yeah, let's move you here. We want the echoes on this floor. Yeah, I'll do this. I don't want to put forge points into it, I think. I'm just going to do that. And we'll leave the forge points for this. I could also just take this guy out. But I think I want the forge points in this case. Both with playing that card and the extra hit, I think. Once I bring Spine Chief down, it's just obviously going to be this turn. Then we're going to be really powerful here. So this guy's going to move to the very back, so we might as well put the health, like, I would put it here to prepare for perhaps an awkward turn where this is in front all of a sudden, which is probably going to happen. Do we want this to get the forge, or do we want this to get the forge? We want this to get the forge, and I'll still put this in front so that it can die. Now I could kill this. I think I'd rather kill this. And I have to play it for 2 Ember or else I don't kill it. So let's do that. I want to be able to inspire a bunch of them. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. These are like the prime units right now anyway. 7 would be 2 more flies. So I think we can just Honestly, since I got no better target here for the hoist, why don't I just bring this down? We'll save up all our forges for the next fly. We'll forge. I may still want this shield steward so that I control. It doesn't matter. He'll just go back and forth. We can just get rid of this. It's better off if we just do all that. Right, so now he will be in front, but luckily we got some health to help us there. Plus he gets the armor immediately, actually, because it's all unresolved, so it's really not too bad of a deal, huh? Let's do this. I got 10 forge points. I think that'll be enough for our fly. The backliner has now become the frontliner, which is a-okay when you got 51 armor. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Always feels nice to do that. If anything, I mean the smelt keyword, if anything, in the normal game is even more fun, since you have these vengeful shards that you obviously want to get rid of. Forever consume this for probably 2 ember again, just because I hate that thing. These are all dying. So I can get you off the floor already, so why don't we do that? Let's put you maybe right there in front of the spine chief. And then I could smith this, but forge points are not really important to me now at this point. So maybe I just do this. I don't know. It's probably better just to put echoes on this floor though, because I'll just do this for the armor if anything, because yeah, the more echoes we have here, obviously the better to get more armor. Similar story, we'll just do that. Definitely Ember upgrade is what I need right now. Even just these turns would be a lot better with it. Alright, you are dead. I think we gotta okay that forever consume. I think is gonna be doing a lot of nice work. Well, we all know sentry turret sucks because I can't actually get it onto the floor. It would be interesting. What if I assembly roomed a sentry turret room though? Because then I assume it can't descend it if it's immobile, but it would just like make it on the actual floor, which honestly might be kind of good because I assume that allows you to overstack the floor. So it's like, it kind of sucks though, because like I guess I would want the both units to. It's like I gotta take one before the other, and that kind of sucks. I don't know. I really don't need an assembly room, I feel. It could be good, but I don't know that I need any of these, honestly. Like sentry turret's just not gonna be able to get onto the floor that I want, unless I'm really lucky with the. I'd have to win a 1 out of 3 for the Sketches of Salvation, and even then, it's not even a 1 out of 3. It's like I have to pull the unit in the first place, which I don't think I'm gonna like shrink my deck down to get a sentry turret out, which kind of sucks because it is a rare card, so like it's certainly the most enticing turret, right? Because it just auto attacks anything that comes in, but I don't know, that's, at the end of the day, is that basically just as good as like an Animus' speed? It doesn't even have as good of stats as it, and it costs more. And it's immobile, I can't move it around. So, I don't know, I just don't know that it's that good. It's usable. I've used it. It's fun to watch it shoot things. It's like you want to use it. Like on that regard, it's well built. Just don't think the actual effect of this thing is that good. Kind of like Memento Mori, it's like a shame, right? It's like one of the most satisfying visually cards to play, but that card is just so cheeks. And I don't think it ever really got a glow up, did it? Maybe it did and I've missed it, but it seemed like it still sucked the last I checked it. What was that? It was uncommon, right? Yeah, the Memento Mori, I think that's still the same numbers it used to be. It seems really bad. I mean, maybe like a reanimate run, it could technically do a lot of damage, but you're Lazarus, and why do you even need this 3-cost card at that point, you know? If you're spamming that much reanimate, I think you're fine. I don't think you need a Memento Mori. But yeah, long story short, tangent aside. Visually, it's a satisfying card, I feel, but it is kind of a cheeks card, too. Assembly Room, I feel, is the only one actually takeable here. I mean, the Kinstone, it's like just worse than my starter cards. I'd only be taking it for an Inspire. I don't have any extraction. It's like a speculative card. It's not even that good at like helping with extract anyway. So Assembly Room is really the only choice here. But it's awkward, right? It's like, okay, well, when am I playing that? I guess I could combo it with, in some cases, a good Metallurgy Smelt, but I don't actually have that good of Smelt targets in the deck anyway. To be honest, we're not built to Smelt. So even with an Ember upgrade, if I'm not built to Smelt, I'd have to spend like the whole turn, and that's assuming I don't get like an Ember trial. You know, I just spend a whole turn playing Assembly Room. And if I drew it too early, it would be awkward, because it's like I want to spend a few turns pulling stuff to my place with Steel Polyclaw, but maybe I could just say that if I go the Assembly Room route, we're kind of abandoning necessarily doing the Steel Polyclaw, right? Because I could also see a world where we want to deploy the Assembly Room and just start chugging things out immediately. There's also a world where I could put the Assembly Room on a floor above my Steel Polyclaw floor and then feed it that way. That's also something, but we're talking lots of moving parts here. I suppose that's what an Assembly Room is, literally, but yeah, it's like every other turn I could be making a copy of just like whatever I put up there, which I guess right now I would think it would be Shard Soul Carver. If I could guarantee it was a Weldling, which technically I could do if I really wanted to at some point on this run through dupes and removals. If I really wanted to, I could guarantee I'd get one out. And honestly, it's not that ridiculous that I would. And then once I do that, it's like I can just keep making these Weldlings. And if they're just getting placed onto this floor with a Corruptor Spine Chief, that's going to be so much armor to all of them. But it just, I don't know that that's even that good. It's like, well, okay, I get a bunch of armor then, but I'm not still getting that much damage there. You're getting damage just in the sense that you get a unit onto the floor, but it just feels like it would do more or less what Steel Polyclaw already accomplishes at much less cost, right? And with a little bit more elegance and more freedom with where I can put it. So I just don't think this is just a skip. I know I spent too long, but you know, I spend extra time at least when I'm still learning these clans, because I don't know. A lot of these I haven't really... I've used Assembly Room and it definitely popped off before, but it's like I don't think I had a Steel Polyclaw on that run, right? It's like, well, I just have something better. And I like what I'm seeing here, by the way. Crucible Steward. 100% I'm taking that. Though, I suppose, even though he's let me down so many times, it's worth considering the Conductor Steward. It does cost more Ember, which is a big thing against it, I would say. You know, I'm already 1 Ember short of playing all my stuff out. I'll have 2 additional Ember, which I guess covers the cost of this, but then I'm still 1 short. Whereas, if I buy this one and I get the 2 extra Ember, I can actually play everything out. Of course, there is a Calcified Ember, but it's not too scary, I think, now that I've got... I mean, specifically just taking the Crucible Steward is probably one of the best cards to be attached to a calcified ember, you know what I mean? Because he literally has an ability that counters it. So, and actually, I would say beyond counters, it is actually like enticing to me at the moment to have a calcified ember in that case, right? Because then it's like, well, yeah, I want a 3-cost card to target this with. So I'm definitely taking this. I'm definitely taking ember. We're going left, I think, unless I'm thinking any spells really super benefit here. I don't think so. I mean, it's like, these all do what they do with my ember upgrade just fine. You know, I could cost reduce a forever consume, which just gives it the ability to be played for 0, which is honestly not a horrible idea. But it's just not beating the trinkets. I mean, think how good these trinkets are between this clans. It's insanely good. And the caverns might be really good. And we get money. So we're going left. Alright, Sinner's Salve is... I will say... I actually don't know what the interaction with Sinner's Salve and Smelt is. I will say in other cases I have seen where a card gets reduced by some sort of effect, you know, sort of an aftermarket effect, we'll call it. You know, say it was a 1-cost and I brought it down to a 0-cost, right, with something else than Sinner's Salve. I'm trying to think what the example that I even saw this was. I think it was the card. There's a card in Railforge that makes a copy of like your unit, but then makes it cost 1 less. I'm pretty sure there's a card that does that, and I did that one, and I smelted the 0-cost variant of it, and it still gave me 1 ember back. So what I'm saying is, I think it would still give me the base cost of these blights, even with Sinner's Salve, if I were to smelt them. I'm pretty sure it gives me 3. Maybe we can read from the thing. Smelt. Equal to its base ember cost, yeah. Because this doesn't say that it's changing the base cost, right? It's just in a sort of an aura effect that makes them all 0. Now, having said all that, is that what we want here? I think I might write Pyre Piping, because I know we're too short here. Or we're 2 health short. Got no holy stones. Pyre Remains here is really good. So it's like, if I buy it now, it does go 2 fights without coming online, unfortunately. But that might be fine. We were going to get through this anyway, right? But then after that, it's literally just a draw upgrade as long as I keep my Pyre health happy. And I think I can. It could make it much easier to take an additional Ember upgrade too, you know what I mean? Because it's like, then it's less of a downside to just play the Vengeful Shards. But even beyond that, I'm like, I feel like with the Crucible Steward now and the Metallurgy, I don't think the Vengeful Shards will be that much of a problem. And my Ember upgrade, right? So I am thinking it's just Pyre Piping, but let's check the Cavern first. It might inform our decision. We also have enough to buy multiple stuff here. Ooh. I assume that Sketches does not trigger the played keyword, right? To be honest, I also, just on a random note, I feel like played here should be a keyword that you can, like, hover in this case. Even, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, if Fecundicity is something that's bolded here, I feel like played could be bolded, and it could like give you a tooltip what that means, right? It's like, then it could just, it's not something that has to display by default. I'm just saying I could highlight it, ideally, and it says like, oh, something a little more clear, right? That along the lines of like, does not affect summons, does not affect cardless cards, etc., you know, or does not affect spawns, etc., basically. And I don't know, because my problem is right now, I don't know. I assume played means from my hand, right? But it's not like 100% clear. Anyway, many lives is basically just always the best case, let's be honest. I mean, am I wrong in that? It seems like it's always the best case. Just like universally. Is that still the case here? I don't necessarily have a great target for it, I would say. I want to leave a slot open on Carver. I really don't need 3 animate on it. I could put it... I don't even necessarily want on a Crucible Steward. He has a lot of stuff he would like too. Forge Steward could be an option. It's definitely not bad on the Forge Steward, because there are some fights where Forge Steward I might purposely just have like on another floor to gain Forged. And in that case, I get 3 extra hits out of it. You know what I mean? And I could even extend it if it makes sense to. You know, I could put some forged meat shield on him or something after he's already spent a reanimate stack or something, and then I get a whole new set of procs. So it's certainly okay there. The other option would just be to overstack the upgrades on this weldling. That is probably not that necessary, honestly. It does give a little leeway to how you want to use your steel pulley claw, I guess. And that's only really affecting turns where it gets like an unfortunate sketches spawn, where it's like immediately threatened by a flying boss or something if I were to move another unit off. So in that case, if it's like immediately threatened, 23 health won't be enough to protect it. But if it just had a natural 3 reanimate, it could take that whole hit, you know, 30, 40, whatever it ends up being, and usually, I guess, 20 to 30, since we're not in Soul Savior mode. But, yeah, so he would die, but the reanimate would keep him alive, and then I could just bring him down the next turn. I think I actually like it there then. Yeah, let's do that. And it's like I don't eat up a slot like I am on putting up all the other units, especially when I got potentially 2 steals coming up. I disagree that that was a misplay. I think I made the perfect play. And yeah, since we really are just kind of doing a 1-floor setup here, I do want to maybe we could run it back with Spine Chief for Soul Savior for the next video, maybe. I just hope we get Infector, because I am very curious to see if Infector is actually pretty good in Monster Train 2. I feel like it might be. I haven't had a chance to really try it out that much. Corruptor 2, though, absolutely we're taking that. We want to get the 3rd rank, really. I mean, 2 is great, but 3rd is where it really starts to pop off. So for sure we're getting that. With only, like, a 75% chance to even hit 1 Merchant of Magic, I don't think I'm liking the Light Stone Casing. The only other question is, do I like the Sinner Salve enough to buy it for 150? Because I got another Trinkets directly coming up. Rerolling here is not too good, because I can easily just not afford the stuff that comes up. So definitely reroll is not what I want to do. But is Sinner Salve really all that good, I guess is what I'm thinking. I don't really think it's that good. I mean, I could make this argument, I guess. It does make the Pyre Piping easier to maintain, but you know, how much do I think my Metallurgy, which I'm sure I'm not even pronouncing right, but you know, this card, the beautiful smelt animation card, honestly that is the best depiction of smelting, I assume, out of any of the smelt cards. I mean, they're all pretty good. They're smelting to some degree. I guess the Smith is not actually smelting a card. It's taking some molten, you know, whatnot. But what about Crucible Steward? He's not really smelting. I guess he is. He has his backpack and he's just continually smelting shit, I guess. So, okay, that's pretty cool. He's a great unit, but I think the art just goes to Metallurgy here. I think I will take the Sinner Salve, though, because I think it will support my Pyre Piping decently. Though I still have a lot of purges to make, so I do kind of immediately regret that. Can I hit vortexes, I wonder? I'll tell you what, I'm not married to going to this Merchant of Trinkets coming up, because Wormkin Manor, I'd only really want Keeper at this point. So it could be good. Herzl Horde's probably really good, though. And Mercia Arms sucks, and Armory sucks, so it's like this Vortex is just not in good company here. So I think we are going to the Trinkets, even if, unless I have to, okay, I know what, if I have to skip the trial, maybe we go left. That's the only world where we go left, I think. So, given that, how much do I need to, unlikely we hit that Vortex. This Vortex we're, I guess I said 25% likely to hit, if I'm being consistent here. And this one I'm like 0%. 5% maybe. Fire Remains might move it up to 5%. But yeah, I guess the vortexes don't look good on the map is what I'm getting at. So I'm like, I am maybe rethinking that move that I just made, because honestly, I think I would have rather had that money for removals, since it doesn't look like I'm hitting any vortexes. Keep in mind, I got to get rid of both Spear Stewards. I guess technically that's all I really got to get rid of. Honestly, that's about it. And honestly, it's not the end of the world even if I don't, but it certainly would help things to at least get rid of those. We would love to maybe even remove one fly, I'm thinking, because we don't really need both of them. So if I remove both Spear Stewards and one fly, then I can guarantee this Weldling is out, right? And I think I do need to do that. I could even start it right now. I will say that it's tempting to, but if I'm hitting that Merchant of Trinkets, which it seems like I likely am, it could be pretty rough if I just YOLO this money here. I think we don't need to spend it right now. Let's wait. Because I would hate to go to that Merchant of Trinkets and not be able to afford something that I otherwise could have had I not spent that $40. Enemy units with multi-strike, this should be fine, right? This boss is questionable. Like, Metallurgy helps a little bit. Meat Shield might help a little bit. I had to imagine we'll have so much stats on our front unit, though, that we're not worried about this boss. So, yeah, let's just do this. Alright, Pip is on the bottom floor there. We want to set up top for this fight, I would imagine, right? I feel like that's reasonable. I'm also wondering, so we're going to take another Ember upgrade. But do it, I may still want to like get rid of these. I don't know, it's hard to say. What's ordering I want to do here? Do we care about Forge? I think we're going to try, since they are multi-striking, let's go with the Forge Steward in front for this fight. We can directly follow him up with Shard Soul Carver. I was thinking maybe the Steward, though, as well could be good. I'm trying to think. I guess directly behind we want the Shard Soul Carver. And then it just would have been nice to put this here because I get initial extra. I guess I already got one from the room, but I would have got another candy from using that unit. It's fine though, I think. If I get a fly here, this candy won't go to waste. So I'm still one Ember short of playing this. I don't know how I miscalculated that. I thought I had enough Ember to play it all. Well, whatever. So here, it's already technically helping me, the center cell, because now I can play every card in my hand, which I couldn't have done before unless I was going to use Crucible's ability, which honestly I'm like, see, here's the problem, I'm like, I kind of feel like I should use the ability here, right? I mean, when else does it even make sense other than just, because because I still just don't want to draw this at the end of the day. Alright, we're setting up top. Who do I want to get up there first? Since there is a welding up here, and it's a good one, nice. This one is still living. We can bring that one up next. I think we want to get at least the Spine Chief on here. Here's a bit of a conundrum, because I do definitely want to get Crucible Steward onto the floor, I think, but I think I'd rather get Welding on. We may just have to lose the Crucible Steward, although I could fly the fly forward. I still don't think I live. Although this thing will be dead. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. I think, long story short, I am actually going to just do this, because I don't see... It did give us the Ember there, but obviously, at least we got a Forge point out of it. So it wasn't a complete waste. But, yeah, we probably want to put our pink up here otherwise. Let's get you out first. Don't think I want a Fracture here. That could be pretty damaging Fracture. Although, I'm going to have so much armor. I could just do one of these, right? I don't see how that helps me. It doesn't seem like it will help me. I could put this guy here to protect as well. Yeah, this is actually fine. Then I can bring the... I want the Welding up first anyway. Okay, do I want to get rid of this? I think I do want to get rid of it. Can move him up. I don't see why I would need to. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that. I think we might as well leave him here just to get that extra hit in this turn. Not that we probably need the hit, but yeah, he's dead. I think we would wait for like a super forged fly, I guess, and then just immediately fly it up. So as long as I keep an echo, I got echoes already on these floors, so I'm already good. Alright, we definitely want this unit there. I could have waited on that, I guess. But yeah, I'll just put this down for now. I'm going to save the fly for when I want to re-enable Forge. And here we'll just get as many echoes up here as we can. I don't want this to die though. That's fine. I want to get hit actually, right? We could also just Mega Forge a Meat Shield. That seems fine as well. 12 on that. It's very unnecessary though, isn't it? But at the same time, isn't it also just unnecessary for the fly to have it? Like, does this even do that much? I guess it still kind of helps, because that 1-2 punch kills the thing. I don't want any surprise leaks here, even though I can definitely fracture some of them. We'll save Crucible Steward's thing for now. Do I put another echo here, or do I just put one here, kill that or something? We do want to kill one of these. Oh, you drew the Forever Consumed anyway. Probably just play it for 0. Let's take one of them out. I think we're actually fine just to get more Inspires up here. And Echoes. Alright, we'll just do this. Definitely regretting the Center Self. We did not need to do that at all. And honestly, I don't know, Center Self's pretty good in Monster Train 2, but I still do have regretful purchases of it. We'll do this for this fight. We definitely don't want them sticking around. Even though I still got so much armor, it probably doesn't matter. But I think We want to protect this guy, maybe. Alright, it's now or never with this Bogfly. Do we give him a chance to see if he's a hero? Problem is, I should have fractured before I did this. I don't think he would kill it anyway, but I think I would hurt my chances if I did right now. So let's just go ahead and move him on up. Alright, they're dead. This guy's dying, though. Too bad I don't... See, I really wish I had some expensive junk here, because I could do, like, Crucible Steward, some 3-cost card into Forever Consumed here. I'm getting 7 times 80 damage. That's like a ton. That would be a ton of damage to a boss. But yeah, that would be one solution to have. Okay. Obviously, it's not accelerated incubation. Ancient Resonance could be good. I mean, we don't have anything quick right now. We have a lot of armor on our front unit, but that still leaves the backline vulnerable, as we kind of saw there with Quell. Like, I would have lost... I did lose one of my backliners, and that's already with putting an Echo Infusion on the other one. They still died. Or at least some... I think a different unit died, but you know what I mean? It's like that unit would have died had it not Echo Infusion did. And I got the meat shield, which I put on my frontliner. I could have also just put that on a backliner to help it out a bit more. I certainly can't rely just on the armor gain from metallurgy. Is it metallurgy, or is it metallurgy, or is it something else entirely? If I can remember after, maybe I'll just research it. I don't know. We do need some backline cleared. I just wish that this Ancient Resonance was pink, because the Revenge of the Dam is pinked. And, I don't know, I've had, like, not incredible results from Revenge of the Damned so far with Monster Train 2. But it was such a good card in the first game that I'm willing to give it another shot. Okay, might just have had some bad runs for it, but I already have some Inspire, and honestly, it gains a lot of Ember. It's positive, or not Ember, but candies. It's positive on candies because it's pink. I mean, it always is anyway, but it's like super positive on it. It's a double Inspire, and you end up with like 3 extra echoes essentially, or you end up with 3 extra echoes. Whereas with a normal one, you're only actually getting 1 extra echo. That's the wildness of it. I guess it just depends on how your situation is initially, though. It's just so much easier to play it when it's pink, because I don't actually need an echo on the floor to play it. That's a big thing with this card. So I think we take it. It does come with Custom Ember, which is maybe a good thing. Alright, Magnetic Relay. Certainly with a Forged Steward, I have to imagine that's good, at least to some degree. Even if I don't bring back equipment, if I just bring back a card, even if it's like Weldling or something, though probably Crucible Steward would be the prime target. We would want to keep spamming Forge on him so that he gets a ton of attack, I guess. Of course, we have Masterwork, which is just a good solid Forge card. It has a Calcified Ember because it can synergize directly with it. It actually wants that Calcified Ember. Seems less good than Magnetic Relay, and Quenching Oil I just think's not that good, but it is pink, which is definitely good for our deck. We definitely like the card to be pink, but is Magnetic Relay, there's a giant gap of value between those two cards just on a basic level. I think I am just going to take the relay. I mean, it's like... Then I can actually do a bunch of front-loaded damage with etches. The other problem, though, is like... I'm trying to think if it's even that good because I don't really have much etch in this deck. Like, I really don't. I just the Metallurgy and then the one proc from Crucible Steward. Is that even that good? Of course, it's just a great way to scale a unit too, so I'd probably just take it. I don't have to actually high roll that hard with it for it to be good, which makes it a really good card. Alright, I think we are going to the right. I mean, I got 410 gold. It's a free artifact. There's a chance at Keeper of Echoes. Not even that low a chance. It's below 50%, but it's like higher than 30%. I can't remember exactly what it is. To get any particular uncommon, but Merchant Trinkets alone, I think, just beats everything on the left. Yeah, let's go to the right. Jackstrips, honestly, pretty good here. Also, the Echo Seedling, really good. Is the Echo Seedling really good? I don't actually have a card it triggers on right now. So no. The answer would be no to that question. It's not very good. And if I'm not hitting a Merchant of Magic, which is, I guess, a 25% chance that I'm not going to, you know, if I do that, then I'm not even able to, like, add, like, a Surge Stone or something, but, so yeah, I don't know, Echo Seedling not that good. Let's take a look at these first. Right, we definitely don't want Fused Pyre Shard. Carriage Jack. That is also pretty damn useless. I mean, A, we're Bogworm's Growth. B, I'm just using, I'm always going to get Polyclaw and Medic really mixed up, but Steel Polyclaw, wherever the hell it is. I know it's in the deck somewhere. Oh yeah, right there. It looks like sometimes it just looks like a Vengeful Shard to me if I'm not looking closely enough. But yeah, Steel Polyclaw. That combined with Bogworm Growth, it's like, okay, I really don't need Carriage Jack. Even if I am putting on another room on another floor eventually, these are actually so bad, even at 410 gold, I might skip them. I mean, really, what do they do for me? Like, literally nothing. I guess maybe it can help with deployment pip sometimes, so maybe it's still better than 25 gold, the Carriage Jack, but it's like barely. I think it's probably good for that though, because if I never get any, if I do end up taking another Ember upgrade, it would just make things faster if I get more of the units that I want onto the floor. So yeah, we'll take the Carriage Jack. Let's take a look here. Damn, see, this is unfortunately, I don't know, Kano's Vessel is so anti-corruptor until you hatch it, right? I don't like it, but Carver is like maybe worth taking here. Obviously we have our dedicated tank, but I can see a world where it almost makes sense to take it. I don't think we're going to take it though. We already are one Ember short on deployment anyway. I guess the argument could be that if I am going to take another Ember upgrade anyway, which I do think I intend to do, if I do that, we're going to be one Ember positive, and I could still just use something useful, like a Carver. I mean, I would think that I'm hellventing, like, I'm trying to think, is there any banner units that make sense to hellvent? Crucible Steward would be my pick, because then I actually have consistent etch, which could open up maybe, yeah, that's pretty good, because just having two of them, I could even just focus all of my stats onto one of them, but either way, I could even divvy the stats out between the two of them with a magnetic relay. It's actually looking like Crucible Steward's a pretty good dupe. Plus it's attached with the Merchant of Steel, that first one. So if I have them duped, then I don't really need another unit. Because at that point, I am not Ember positive anymore. So yeah, let's just skip. So Echo Seedling, again, is like, I don't know, like, and even at this point, I just don't think I have anything right now, or even I can think of in the future that it's really that good with. It's good if I get like a Pyre Speak, or whatever it's called, Pyre Shot, and I like -2 it with the Consume upgrade for cheap. But again, I'm not even like 100% going to a Merchant of Magic, which makes me iffy on if this Seedling's really worth it. Jackstrips will be worth it though, because we do say that we lack AoE. The only problem is that in a lot of cases means that Revenge of the Dam won't be that useful, but I think it will still be useful since there are those higher HP Scourge Shufflers. But yeah, Jackstrips is just so good in Monster Train 2, we need it. I got enough money to reroll. I'm going to reroll this. Okay. Mandibles is always fine. Dun Echo, I guess we could take. It definitely would be okay. But we only got, what, 3 more rewards. So, I mean, both of these are actually the same in that regard. Void Fragment and Dun Echo. Void Fragment's a little better because I get 1 extra battle where it actually does something for me. It's also guaranteed to do something for me, whereas Dun Echo is not necessarily guaranteed to be relevant to me. So Void Fragment definitely beats Dun Echo. And I need to, we were complaining about, like, purging. And, like, we can get away with it for now. Because we've been lucky. We've been getting the right cards out anyway. But B, we could probably still get through these fights anyway. But that will quickly become not the case once we get to, like, maybe even Strixen Hollow. I mean, Strixen Hollow is not something you want to underestimate. They can be pretty hard. So I think we do actually just want to get going with the Fragment. The only other argument would be like, well, is it still just better to take a Mandibles? And honestly, on that one, I don't know, because it's like, I obviously do want to put a lot of pink candy inspires onto the main floor with most of the pink cards that I play, but Mandibles isn't really that useful there because it's like, well, we're just killing the whole floor anyway, in most cases, and the Reap is not going to, like, proc before the enemies hit me anyway. The only argument, I think, for taking Mandibles would be if we think it's the extra damage needed, but I think the fact that we got the Jackstrips pretty much makes Mandibles not that needed. I think we actually just take the Void Fragment here. That makes sense. And even on top of that, I'm thinking we could still maybe remove a card with money, because I don't know, we might want that money for the steel. That's the problem. You know what? Let's keep the money for now. I'm greedy. What can I say? Mark of Invasion. So we all have corruption, and it is this boss. I don't think we're worried about it. We're going to have so much armor. Bring on the corruption. It's nothing to me. I think we still want to set up top, though. There's no punish for it. Right? Relentless Zealots. This is basically just the same fight. This was one of my criticisms. It's like, I don't know, like, the fight we just did and this fight are like almost the same comps in a lot of regards. You'll see. Pay attention to it here. I think we go Steward in front again, why not? We'll just start putting these guys on. Obviously we do that there. Yeah, so it's like already pretty similar, right? It's like the Ravenous Zealot, the same unit we just saw, and maybe the Shield Bearer is different just on that wave, but is it is it a giant difference? Not really. Who are we bringing up first? Because I gotta keep Spine Chief and Welding here, I think, if I want to... you know what I mean? I'm like, Crucible Steward, I kind of like this unit. I don't want him to die. But if I do that, then I obviously can't move up the Spine Chief. I guess I could just move up the Crucible Steward this turn. I have to use Metallurgy up here anyway to get my best armor spread. I could also just bring that guy up. Then I just have this guy. It's gonna be hard to find a turn where I can get like everything up though. Like I have to make sure that Spine Chief lives. So I almost wondering, like, should I just let Crucible Steward die? As sad as that is, he might just have to die here. I don't know, because I don't want any corruption on Spine Chief. That seems like a recipe for disaster, which is obviously not a good sign into Dominion. We definitely want to be looking out for maybe some better answers there. I mean, I suppose the magnetic relay's a way to refresh him, though. Like, I don't have to use magnetic relay on Crucible Steward necessarily, so it's probably fine. We'll survive for now. I mean, how much corruption are we talking about? 3 times 5? 15? Ugh, that's still a lot of damage. And I can put an Echo Infusion to stave off like 1 round of it, but that's it. That Meat Shield, though, would counter it well enough. And then eventually I also just magnetic relay it. So, I mean, we're pretty much at 15 damage taken. I think we're fine. Yeah, let's do it like this. I actually want the armor here. Do I? Okay, let's do it this way. You come up. I want the armor here, I think, because this guy's getting hit pretty hard, and we don't have a welding on yet. Let's see. Probably just get rid of that. So they're fine. He's still taking a lot of damage, though. If he dies, he dies. I've got the Shard Soul Carver to pick up the slack after that. So then, we still may want a smith up here. We'll definitely fracture this, I guess. Could forge, do this, and then put that in front also to prevent some damage, but I don't know that we actually want to do that. I think I just want this one to soak up damage for this guy potentially. And let's get, I think we want the echoes up here, right? Yeah, let's get the echoes up here. Alright, I could smith this if I wanted. There's not really too much point in it though. So we got 7 forge points. I think we just bring up welding and then bring up Spine Chief. I'm just trying to think if that's too risky here. I'm gonna take such a low amount of damage this turn that I feel like this is the best ordering to do that in. Plus I got the Bogfly, and I'll put a Spear Steward here to hopefully protect this welding. If that welding dies, it's not the end of the world. I only really need this one on to the floor. So yeah, let's do this. Let's bring you up. So then we got that. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about this too much. I think I can just get rid of this. So I could forge this. And then we're for sure protecting this welding. Maybe I actually will do that. And then do this. Those will die to jack strips, right? It's probably a million ways I could have done that too. Maybe that better, but whatever. Kill that. Ooh, we gotta kill that. Wait, how? Damn, your breakpoint's not good there. Shit. Well, I definitely got to bring Spine Chief up here. So let's do that. Alright, now they're at least dying. I wanted to put this here, but it seems like it's more needed here. I guess I'll just do this. I do want this to live. And I'll just magnetic relay the Spine Chief. I just hit this guy twice, or once, I guess. Magnetic relay next turn. I could still do this, but probably makes more sense just to do it here. I can get rid of this. We can get this guy into the floor too. So we've got everybody now. 7th floor. This looks... We have a Spear Steward on the floor just because we started with it. That's why we kind of might want to get rid of it. At the same time, I'm like, well... It's definitely higher priority to get rid of than the fly, but I'd say in this deck it's not necessarily massively different than what the fly is providing. It's just a little less stats. I was hoping this thing would die. I guess it doesn't matter if that goes. So the fly can't even fit on the floor. We'll unfortunately just let him be his demise here. Alright, so we're just going to take you... off, bring you back on. I don't know that I even need to play anything else. I mean, I'm just getting sapped when I'm already killing them anyway. I could do that, I guess. Just so I can actually play this. And then we want to wait on this fly because it's our only unit left to cash in on these forge points with. And maybe we can make a hero fly to take on the boss. No way we're taking on that boss, especially floor 2. Wait, we literally can't even take it on. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. We'll do this, I suppose. Probably just do this here. More armor. I'm okay doing that. Yeah. $225. That should certainly be enough. We actually lose 211. Down to basic cards. We have some okay cards. The deck is not stellar. I am starting to think we have a good floor. It has a good front line, passive armor game with pretty minimal investment. The Carver is there if I really pour in Inspires, but there's not a huge benefit to that right now. Actually, it's just his single strike that we're building up there. But obviously, getting more echoes on the floor helps a lot because then I get a bunch of armor to the front line. But there is a certain level where it's like, well, we're getting a lot of armor. We might be getting so much armor that it's not actually helping us at a certain point. You know, like we might need to lean more into like doing like forever consume type shenanigans or something. Is Forgotten Trade good here? Certainly the effect is good if we ignore the Ember Drain, right? No question about that. But, like, am I dealing with Ember Drain 2 enough to warrant adding this? Doesn't seem like I am. Even with double Ember upgrade. It just doesn't seem amazing. Broken memories and ambient charge, as we mentioned, ambient charge is not going to be good on this run. Unless I want to say that I just want a forge target, which honestly, as a 0 cost and a pink card, I could see that argument, honestly. If we basically say we don't care about the actual Echo Burn, and we just want a 0 cost card that can get forge points, then ambient charge is actually an okay add at that point. Tempted to do it. Yeah, we'll take it. Unless we think Broken Memories is needed, but I'm just smelting cards that I don't care about. I don't have any actual consumables. Full Throttle. Okay, Full Throttle is at least a good smelt target, at the very least, and we've seen where the upside could happen. This could push us more toward a Merchant of Magic. The other cards are absolute cheeks. Easily the worst 2 cards in the clan are these 2, in my opinion. Quenching Oil and Pyre Plating. But Full Throttle, yeah, we can fuck with that. Let's get rid of the Spear Steward, even though it's okay. Alright, we'll left for show. Now we finally got our extra draw. That also, this should be a big thing. We basically just got a boss upgrade now, so I should expect to see. I did say the deck was starting to feel weak. We should already feel it be a little stronger just by nature of having a draw upgrade. I don't know that Smidgestone helps me that much, because Bogworm's Growth might just play nicely enough that I don't actually care. Plus I already got the Carriage Jack. What about Endless? Honestly, into Dominion, it's never a bad idea to have Endless on a card. And I guess in this case, the Forge Steward would be that card. Would it? Because how do I get it back to the front? And do I even care if this thing dies when I've got Shard Soul cover usually right behind it to actually take over, And again though, in this deck where I'm just pulling units up to the back of the line, why would I need Endless? I mean, if they're dying, they're dying. I'll have other units around that could, or yeah, I could just live with a 6 unit floor as well. And, at a certain point. Do we want Burst for some front load damage? Not with these, I think. So yeah, I don't think we buy Smidgestone and Immortal Stone. I don't really see what purpose that serves. I think we just roll this unless we want Echo Stone. Which, honestly, it could be okay on the Crucible Steward or this Weldling. I think I'm okay putting it on Steward. My only question right now is if I re-roll and I see multi-strike, will I have been sad that I did this because the 10 health is like kind of vulnerable? I mean, the 10 health can only go to one of these cards, and both this Weldling and both this Steward want it pretty bad. I feel like the Steward needs it less though because it starts with 10 instead of 3 health. So yeah, I think the health we'd want to put on the other things. That's fine if I get multi-strike here or even quick, and then also do this here, I think. And I can put flat damage on this one if need be. The other option is would this actually just be better though on the Weldling? I feel like it wouldn't be. I feel like the flat damage is better on the Weldling because the Weldling is off the floor a lot of the time and having to wait maybe a few turns, so we might not have candy on that floor. I need 3 candy to outdo the flat damage upgrade, which is actually a lot on an off floor. My main floor is no problem, so I think actually this just goes here, because this guy's always going to be on the main floor for sure. Then we'll re-roll this. Quicken dualism. I really wish Forge had dualism. I mean, I could still get 25 armor out of it, it's okay. No dualism there. Shards of Carver, as we mentioned, does get the armor, but do we even really care about that? I don't think so. I don't know. I think we're okay with, let's see. I don't even know if I want quick. I mean, this is just kind of a brick, I was mainly looking for Titanite for the Forge Steward or Multi-Strike, I guess, for either the Carver or the Crucible Steward. But it's no biggie. We could still probably take quick. I mean, this is moving me more toward wanting to hit another Merchant of Steel, though, to be honest. But we also just don't need the Vortex as much since we got the Void Fragment. So, I don't know, it would be nice to get the full throttle costed down, honestly. It's an armory, and we won't need health. I hope, hopefully not. If we do need health, we're definitely going left. It's possible. It's possible. Oh, we know the health goes here. You know, the 14 damage also goes there. We know that Speedstone doesn't necessarily go anywhere. If it does, it's going on Crucible Steward. I don't know. Don't love it. I don't love it. Why don't I just put quick there, if anything? Why don't I just not have quick? I mean, I already have quick in the form of Crucible Steward, but maybe I still just add quick because it adds more damage or something weird like that. I feel like we're going to get so much damage from the Forge that it doesn't matter, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like even though we got that full throttle, I may want to still hit the Merchant of... I guess a holdover magnetic relay would be pretty busted though, so that's pretty good at the Merchant of Magic. And there's always like double stack, stuff like that. Permafrost could be okay. Cost reductions are obviously really good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't hit that steel, which means I won't hit another steel. So if I'm not going to hit another steel, I'm going to just add the damage here. Let's do it. And we're going to Hellvent the Steward. Yeah, plus we wanted to Hellvent it anyway, right? So it makes even more sense then. I think we should actually make a removal for 40 at this point. We know we want this out of there. I'm open to also removing the Shield Steward right now. I really don't need that much money coming up. Though maybe I do with the Merchant of Magic if I go that route, which I'm pretty sure I will. We'll hold the money for now though. We've got the Void Fragment that should do some work. Yeah, right, it's the slave variant. Alright, got some pip up top finally. That means we can just set up mid. I think against flying bosses we typically want to set up mid. Put these onto the floor. Control them out with Spine Chief. We want to make sure we got this. It also gives us an extra pip, which is irrelevant here. So here's the tough thing. This will be easier when I have more Ember, right? But do wish we had more pip up top too, because it's just like tough for me to actually keep the Crucible Steward alive. This is the downside of not having any health. It's like, if I put it here, I guess I can still just have the Spine Chief tank a hit though, because he's so tanky. That protects him. We'll just move the Crucible Steward down first. I think that makes sense. As we put the echo up here. Okay. I think we definitely want to get rid of another fly, seeing that. But we can just play this card, especially if I move this off. That gives him a ton of armor. Of course, it does delay the Forge Steward getting armor. So I think we may actually want to just move this welding down first. Because... is that right? I think we want to do this here just to get some damage. Oh, he does incant though. Maybe we'll do it here then. If we're going to do it there, we should move our guy down first. Yeah, I'll move this one down, and then I'll just play this one up here. Do I want to forge it? I probably should forge it. It's a small forge, but every forge counts. We don't need to incant there. This already dies from, oh shit, I need to get you off the floor. Okay, let's get, I don't want you to get slain. That gives a lot of damage to you-know-who. I'll put him in the front. He's the most expendable here. Just put that there. Alright, we can do some smelting. I feel like I should actually just get Spine Chief down this turn. It's like now or never with him, I feel. Yeah, let's get him in. This can protect the Crucible Steward here. We can get rid of one of these. Of course, maybe I should have got rid of that. I know I'm incanting here, but it's worth it when I'm going to get a bunch of extra damage out of it. So I got 5 here. I could add this. I don't want to add it here, actually, because I want my ability. So I could add it to this, just to get that extra damage. I think that makes sense. And then, I guess I'll just throw this down here. I actually want to do this because I hate this thing. Fuck it. I was going to put it on the boss, but not if that guy's right around the corner. The funny thing is I may not even inspire that much this turn, right? But it looks like I will at least do it a few times. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we got 6, so our last unit. Wait, I'm going to have to fly this fly off, huh? That's fine. Let's fly him off here. Try to get him dead here so he's not getting slain. Similar story here. I think, let's see. I got the magnetic relay. It's not actually that good for me this turn. Yeah, let's move you down. And this can give itself armor for what that's worth. We really don't need fractures in this deck. That's why I'm like, I could be aggressive with Purges and actually just get rid of fractures. I'm just going to do this. So we got 8 Forge here. I think I can just use it on Magnetic Relay. I'm just trying to think of which one I do this on. It would make the most sense right now to do it on Crucible since I still have the cooldown for Hoist. because we don't want to have this welding, for example, go on the other floor. I might as well do the Crucible Strewn back since its cooldown was 2. So I think I can refresh the cooldown. I'll put it in the very back here. I still want this one in front, I think. Is that true? I think it is true. And then, yeah, so his ability's back if I want it. Right now I don't, I suppose. So I can move you back and just... And he's got the reanimate. He still gets slays, though. I may do this just to maybe prevent a slay. Is that right? I mean, I'd be at 36. He's hitting me for 32. That's fine. I don't want him to slay. Or to slay. Alright, we got our full throttle here. Now we get this one down. Do this for the echoes. Kinda want to do full throttle here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring you down. Now we got our floor. Finally, like, I guess their waves remaining is still 3, but that'll change once this Strix dies. Or, yeah, Strix. Now, if I incant, it gets a lot more health, but I'm about to just forever consume this thing to oblivion, so I'm not too worried about that. We can use one of these. Get rid of a fracture. Ready for the boss. Why do you have to be in the back? Alright, whatever. And because this is fun to play, we'll play it. Foundry line. Foundry line can be so good, but is it good in my deck? It's good with Forever Consumed. I mean, that's something where, at least in the Titan fight, that's pretty useful. I can really speed anything up with that. I can speed up killing. If I would have to like break the spell shield, but I can break it with Revenge of the Damned somewhat well. I still need more pings though if I'm gonna think that I could use Forever Consumed on Dominion, but if not for Dominion, it still might help with killing savagery faster. I just don't know if it's that needed. It does have another calcified ember as well. It'd be I guess a way to play full throttle in some cases that I might not otherwise. It would be a way to get a bunch of damage out of my etching. Definitely am not interested in the other cards. Maybe I should be more interested in Wormkin Spike, I don't know. I think I'll take it. Foundry Line's fun, if anything. So I can play the other Shield Steward now, so I shouldn't remove it. So just remove a Fracture, I think. Or Fly. One Fly. Remove one fly. Make my life easier. So where are we going? Left or right? We didn't lose any pyre health. What are we looking for? Titanite? Titanite would be really good. Multi-strike would be alright on Carver. And that's it. I guess dualism we would settle for on Carver, but it probably is pretty irrelevant. It's not great. If I go left though, health is wasted, armory's maybe good. We don't have any rooms that we really want to play at this point, but maybe an equipment could be okay. Merchant of Magic has spell chains alright with Echo Infusion. Cost reduction and Forever Consumed. Cost reduction and Full Throttle would be really good. Double stack is takeable on Metallurgy. Holdover, Magnetic Relay is probably the best thing I could do. I'm trying to think if it's even that good though, because like, am I really forging that much all the time? I will be, I think, in the next 2 rings for sure, because it just depends on if Forge Steward's actually frontlining or not. If he's not frontlining, then the Magnetic Relay is probably not that good. But if he's frontlining, I'm getting hit enough that it's probably pretty good. So I'm thinking like, the Titanite might just not really be that needed, because I can always like, yeah. This is still like a pretty tough one. Some plus damage would be good on Revenge of the Damned. You know what? Let's go left. It's my only time to hit the magic. We gotta do it. Alright. Darn. I really wish we could have got -2 here, because that would have been the easy way to get full throttle down. Like, I don't know that Foundry Rank Consumer Move is that good, because that's so many, plus I don't have any other card consumer moves, so like my deck would just like be literally disintegrated after a few plays. Like, I don't think Eternal Stone there makes any sense, unfortunately. I could Surge Stone something and consumer move it. The only advantage to that is I can play Foundry Line into that with no downside. That's not that good of a play, and I'm not like so rich that I can just do silly stuff like that. I feel like I need to make like actual valuable plays. I can just permafrost the Full Throttle. I could permafrost the Foundry Line as well. But if I just simply get these 2 upgrades, then the Full Throttle goes down to 1. Which seems pretty good. What's this? Chamber of Recall any good? Can't be bad, right? It's a good smelt target. Brings back good smelt targets, potentially. Of course, I may not want those cards back. I don't know. It only brings back spells, and I'm potentially going to remove a lot of fractures. Usually just be fracture if it's going to be a spell. But ideally, if I can get the fractures removed, then if I'm getting like Smith back, then that's fine. Or even Full Throttle or something. It's the only takeable card here, I think. I mean, the Glass Cannon maybe. Glass Cannon's certainly like doable, but into Dominion I don't like it so much. I want to be able to spam the card. I think we take the Chamber of Recall. Yeah, let's just get this down to a 1 cost. Where are you? Full Throttle. Could be a potential Duke target, I would say. No sense re-rolling here. I could still make this play if it makes sense. I don't think it makes sense to do that. Probably makes sense to Surge Stone it, actually. Alright, we need to do this. Wait, did they nerf the 3rd rank of that? Didn't it used to do 20? I swear it used to do 20. Well, they may have nerfed the 3rd rank of Corruptor Spine Chief. I think it'll still be good, though. I mean, it seems like it's still good. Guess we'll find out. We'll find out if it can keep up with the end game. Here I was talking up the 3rd rank of Corruptor Spine Chief, and it definitely seems... I am almost certain it used to be plus 20. in Monster Train 1, so this is actually a weaker variant of the champ. Which supports my argument, I think, that Spine Chief was the strongest champ in the original game. But maybe after it's nerfed, it's not the strongest. It still feels pretty dang strong to me here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should at least do this, though, because the problem is that breakpoint of 16 just isn't worth anything. And I don't even necessarily want to see this card come back around in the deck anyway. I already have the possibility of it coming back through consume return room anyway, so why don't I just do that? I think that makes sense. This could be annoying. We got a boss that could punish you for going top, but not at the amount of armor we're going to have. I don't know, though. Honestly, I could see a world where he decks for quite some amount of damage that flat stats can have trouble keeping up, especially if I'm not having Titanite on my Forge Steward. We certainly need this money. We gotta take it, right? We'll figure it out. I could just let it hit my pyro, worst comes to worst, I guess. I can eventually pull the amalgams to my floor. Even if I set up, like, top, for example. I think as long as I have a Crucible Steward on each of these floors, since it is an attack, I believe, the ability, it won't get blocked by Spell Shield, so let's just set that up before I even think about anything else. And I do think we set up mid in this fight. A, because of the boss, B, because of the amalgams. But I can get around the amalgams sometimes with the pulley claw, but otherwise I think I still want to be on the middle floor here. So let's do that. And then just go double steward down here. Yeah. Have to fly up here. May have to keep all of them here if I want to not take pyro damage, because I did not get really a good way to deal with it. So yeah, let's do this. Now they're dying, I need to keep them there, so the only option at this point is to bring that guy up. Unless I want to keep him down here just to save my pyre, there's that option as well. Because I already got this guy here giving... Oh, he's going to die though, shit. Well, maybe I can do that. Maybe. I may need to do this just to get another thing of armor and to kill one of these guys. I guess we will. Okay, now he's living anyway, but I think we still want to do this here. I'll wait on the ambient charge for another turn. Jack strips won't kill this, so let's hit it for 2. Now it will kill it. This guy can survive for a bit too. I feel like it would be nice to just let him give some armor to these. I don't know though. I think I want to bring him up because this guy is pretty hurt, and I want Rax to get killed, so I may need a lot of armor. Yeah, this is fine. And then we'll do this. I'll bring Spine Chief down next, because we want to get that buff. Then both our things are on cooldown here. I could refresh it though with Magnetic Relay. 3 forge. He's dying. I might as well refresh it because I don't want to redraw this, that thing. Guess I gotta play this first. Alright, we can get the final unit onto the floor. I want this to die. Is there any way I can keep him alive? I could move this down. And it lives. Let's do that. Because if I take any pyro damage here, it actually is a big deal because I have the pyro piping. We can just kill this like that. Definitely want to do this. I guess I could do this. I still need this to pull the other amalgam up. So let's just do this up here, I guess. Keep it on the top floor, that way I can keep it going through the boss round. Alright, he can just die here, that's fine. I think I want to get rid of this. If I do this, I don't think it's actually a good turn to do it. Who does this go on? Just one of these? Makes sense, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's any point. We just play this to consume it, actually. That's fine. I'm always playing that. I'm always doing that. And I don't... How am I not taking any damage across the floor here? Do I have Gaia quick? I thought I only have quick on, oh, you know what? These Crucible Stewards are actually clearing them completely, it looks like. Because of the burst. 125 by 2, what's that? 250, so that clears that, and then the other guy clears them. I think we still want to save the strike, though, right? Or does it even matter? Probably matters, I don't know. I can just get rid of one of them. Save the other one, I guess. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, I'm so stupid. You know what? It's okay, because I was actually never going to be able to deal with both of them anyway, so the same result exists. So I did say that there are things that could pull me over to the thing, Pyro Remains. If it's worth a boss upgrade, I think we're going to that Pyro Remains. Now the Emissionist don't lose so much that even the Pyro Remains can't, you know, fully heal me back. It was still a mistake that I didn't bring the guy up, though. I definitely should have brought him up because I at least could have mitigated the damage a little bit. It is what it is. I could actually mitigate this by putting a unit down here. I'm certainly open to it. Also, I could just... I can't kill that. I think I could actually kill that. But I don't know that it's worth it. I'm gonna have to, like, move shit around. Might be better just to do this. I think just more echoes, though. More echoes here is better. So Rax is coming right up. Gotta keep that guy alive. I can take one of them out. Now they're all dying. Let's jump over to this. Alright, we can... that heal should get us back to full, so we'll be fine there. 800, I think we're fine. Whatever. Okay. The floor has reached a 7 limit. Sentence seems to have also reached some sort of a limit because it is on a random ass location on the screen right now. You see that? I feel like I saw that in another fight, but I thought I was actually going crazy, to be honest. But apparently it is just a bug. It's got to be new, right? I don't remember that bug ever happening. Return soul. I mean, I got the returned room, so it's not, like, too bad. It's also... it is pink as well. It could be okay. It also, I don't know that it's that good, though. The other stuff is probably not that good. I'll take it, though. Alright. One more full throttle, I think, is okay. Even if it's vanilla. So we got the perfect amount of units. I think we just want to get rid of fractures, right? Pretty sure we're just getting rid of fractures. Alright, rip Empyrean Weld, but I am not giving up a draw upgrade. Wouldn't that be sad if I was miscalculated and I was at like 101 right now? That would be the greatest. Well, we got our chance again here at a Merchant of Steel, I guess. Broken Rail could be okay for what I need out of it. Steel stockpile is probably not that good at this point. Granted, I almost certainly go into the other fight with 10 forge points. That actually might be worth it. If I can't get Titanite, I guess. Hahaha, suckers. Of course I get Titanite. Why wouldn't I get Titanite? Still the Endless just doesn't make sense. Let's see if we can get a Pyrostone house. You know, it might make sense on the Crucible. Tell you what, I'll take them and that. Traders clearly probably not. Oh, we do have a Pyrostone housing, but I have no money left because I bought all that other shit. Damn it. I could still afford Endless. I mean, if I re-roll it, it's not even that much. I mean, it's not like much I'm looking for other than multi-strike. This might still just be the best play, because I think I can afford it both, right? It's 145. Yeah. So is that even that good, putting one of these on Endless? Because I feel like it might be hard to keep them alive into Dominion with the deck I ended up with. I actually don't have a super consistent way to keep them alive. I mean, the other option is just Whetstone, though, which would bring me out. The problem is it just doesn't guarantee to bring me the right thing out. Like, if it gives me Meat Shield, it's fine. But, yeah, I think this actually solves potential issues, so we will do it. Just on one of these. And since we got a little bit of money here, we'll just add damage to the other one, or this one. Whichever one makes more sense. This one, I guess. And then just get rid of more fractures. AK Charlotte. Alright, Corruption Seraph. I am not afraid of you. Baiting out top is a little bit... There's danger here in either case. You know, I really don't want to take a strike from, what's his name, on Spine Chief, but I think Magnetic Relay could still pull me out of that. We know this goes here. We know you're in front. We know you're behind. We know that, you know, I could just live with him being endless and just eating the hit also, which is like completely fine. Yeah, let's do it that way. We have the option based on our opening cards to make a different decision, but we could just simply pull the Spine Chief down, avoid the whole striking shenanigans, and since he's endless, we'll just replay him. I think I like that. Yeah, so I think I would have needed a Weldling maybe to pair with him, but this is looking like... honestly, what I could do here as well is move the fly forward. But I do want to get the Spine Chief down ASAP, I think. Yeah, let's get him down. We do need that one to live too, but he's got the reanimate, which helps. Yeah. Definitely want that dead. Let's move him down. We'll do this. Metallurgy's pretty good, but yeah, I don't need to play that. I can just smelt here, since he's dying anyway. I could also just move you forward. But, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I care about this ambient charge. I think I do want to wait on this until I have a bunch of forge points. Since I'm going to let him die and just come back. We'll get that. That way I can keep that ability refreshed. This one's primed to go. We already got a good floor farming here. And maybe we'll just work on moving that guy up next. I think we're fine with this for now. And we even prevented a decent amount of corruption by taking that floor out. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to actually keep this guy just hopping around, like doing things. I don't think so, though. We want to put him down. I suppose I keep him up there for now. There's not huge. I mean, it would be nice to have him get this full throttle, though, if I'm going to play it, which I think I am. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this guy's still alive, so let's just keep him down there. He at least kills this guy. Does mean he gets some corruption, but what are you going to do? Yeah, so let's move you in. That way I can get this full throttle going. I might as well wait on the meat shield for some forge points, too. Could burn some of these cards if I want, but I'm already killing him with quickness. It's fine. Definitely want to get this guy on the floor if I can, though. So no Magnetic Relay. Yeah, let's get him on. Does have some corruption to deal with, but we're all going to have that. Put this up here for sure. Can't kill this guy, unfortunately, so let's do this here, I think. Try to alternate their etches. That way I always have one of them available. probably fine here. We got so much defense and offense that I think we're just sort of fine. If we're going to play Foundry Line this turn, I should use it to kill those. So I need this to protect like this guy or something. This guy's... Who's the best candidate for Magnetic Relay though? Probably this guy, right? Because he has that 11 corruption. And he already's damaged anyway, so yeah, let's bring him back. Well, I'm probably going to want to Foundry Line this to get the maximum amount of Forge. I do want to play this though, for sure. I'm just thinking like which cards get Foundry Lined. Even this I might be better off playing. I think I am better off playing that. Give you that health. And the rest is getting Foundry Lined, I think. I can still use this to get one of these guys up. Maybe I do need the Fracture here if I want to kill this. You know what though, I was going to use that to, you know what, we're killing them all and we're not dying. I'm just going to live with this not getting played here. I'm not going to etch it though. I forgot that the whole floor was going to get killed so well like that. I think it's still okay that I moved that thing up, because it is annoying to deal with the Scourges. I want to deal with that. We got the Magnetic Relay again. This time I can use it here. But I didn't even burn a Reanimate stack, which is nice. So, yeah, let's do it. Do I get rid of Smith or Ambient Charge? I think I still need the Ambient Charge. Good up here. Okay, just do that for the pink. I don't think I should etch this, because I may need it to, like, keep some of these guys alive once I get more Forge points. Wait, that could be, I have to just pull it. We have no Magnetic Relay here, so we can just pull him back down. It says this guy's dying, huh? We can keep him alive with that for now. But, yeah, I think some of our guys might just, like, end up dying. I don't know. Let's bring him back down. There's also that guy. No, we definitely want that. I don't think I even play Return Soul. If I do this, I can have that guy die once. I guess I can do this just to get an extra echo. Alright, I didn't need that extra echo. I'm so dumb. For some reason I looked at that and I was like, oh, I only have 4, but I was like, wait, I have 5. So it was already killing it. Alright, we can do some stuff here. Nice. They're hurt though. Keep you alive with this. This guy though, I guess is just dead. Bring this guy up. Well, losing that guy sucks. It's definitely a hit to my armor. But think we're gonna be fine. This is a nice card to get back, by the way. Eventually I need to make use of magnetic relay, huh? Alright, if they're all dying, they're gonna die from whatchamacallit, let's just do that. I'm starting to get a little worried into this fight, but I think we'll be fine. 480 there. Alright, it's a little close. We got the full throttle though. It's gotta count for something. Alright, it's already enough, but is there anything else? I guess not really. Other than another full throttle. How about that? Oops. There we go. Nobody's dying now, bitch. Not on my watch. Other than, you know, the guy that already died. But we don't... Much like, what's her name? Beth or whatever from Stranger Things Season 1. We all kind of forgot about that one. Didn't even get a montage in the final montage. I mean, come on. The first like kid from that town to get abducted in their timeline, at least. And one that fully died. They didn't get like Deus Ex Machina like all the other main characters do. Yeah, whatever. Stranger Things. Stranger Things like a 7 out of 10 for me. I'm like, it's just good. It's not like that amazing, I feel. Yeah, these fractures need to go. I will admit, one fracture is nice. Like, it was doing some work there. For this fight, do I go top? Can I even comfortably do that? Because it's like 3, 2, 2. Yeah, that should be fine. There is that Scourge Shuffler, though. I think we still just set up middle. I think it makes sense. So yeah, let's do that. Honestly, we could actually fit 2 of these on, which is better here. Yeah, let's do that. Put that in front. Could go double bottom on there. Kind of want to just put this in front, though, to potentially tank for the thing that comes in behind. Because I do want to move the Spine Chief off ASAP. Yeah, so at least this can tank for its own armor for a turn. And this one has to reanimate, so he's good there. 15 and then 20. He will get some corruption, perhaps, though. That could be an argument to move Willing up, but I think we're fine. We can just magnetic relay him at some point. So yeah, let's bring you down first and foremost. Obviously, we play this. Do I need to etch any of this? Because I do want magnetic relay here, but I don't necessarily need fracture and smith. I do need forever consumed, though. Yeah, I think we'll just get some pink cards here. And do I want to hit... I may as well hit entropy with this, right? It's fine. Yeah, it's just awkward having the X cost with Foundry line, right? It's like if I'm not specifically playing that X cost, but I have like a card like Magnetic Relay that I want to not purge, so, or not consume at least. Still isn't the end of the world if I consume it, by the way. I'll tell you what we're going to do here, actually. I know I'm giving up a lot of damage by this, but this makes it so I don't have to magnetic relay this. Yeah, I want this guy to not have any of that stuff, of that corruption, so let's see. I don't want any sap, so I'm going to do that. Other than that, I guess there's not much else to do here. I guess we still want to get rid of this, so we still don't want to replay it, but I definitely don't want the sap. We have the scourges here, but whatever. Alright, I'm going to move you up now. I got 12 forge points here. Probably want to put that in one of these crucibles. I guess we do this. Put it on the first one and put health on the other one. I think that's fine. Definitely want to play this. We'll actually do like this, maybe. We just, yeah. Got 5 forge there. Could put it on this guy. We're just going to magnetic relay this guy, but I guess that means I can still do this. I think we just put it here. I'm going to keep full throttle though. I don't know, I could get extra smith with it, but I don't need it here. Or extra forge. Smith, maybe a smith might be cool if it was like a medieval game. Let's see. It's a lot of sap. And I can just etch them. Which I will do. I feel like we are not drawing through the deck particularly well. I'm just going to do it here to get him damaged. Could ambient charge, but this doesn't seem worth. Alright, we already got savagery dead. Don't necessarily want to overestimate myself this turn. This is my punish for doing these. I don't get to burn this turn. Could try for the ambient charge, but I don't think so. I definitely want to do that. Other than that, I guess we can just do it like this. Oh, that was already... Yeah, whatever. Not the greatest turn. Or was it? Alright, full throttle. I am sold on this card. Not even close to as good as the high roll we had last game, right, with the Soul Savior, but just pretty basic, you know, similar to like a ritual battle. Simply just putting this to a 1 cost is super good. That is like a great card. You just have to definitely try to get it costed down. I think we're fine here. Entropy's almost dead. Alright, we got the vanilla full throttle. We also got the magnetic relay, which I kind of want to put here. Because I got 21 forge points to use here. I mean, I think I can just do all of this, right? Visually, it looked like it didn't actually remove the unit, did it? But it certainly did. So if I do this, and then that, and then this, and I put it here. Oh my god, do you see the number? It's not just a coincidence. Alright, we're taking them out. Still need to kill the guy up there. Kind of forgot about Dominion. That's, I guess, the only thing left to kill. We got 4 spell shield. I'm not going to get there in time with that, so I guess we just Foundry line and yeah, let's just do this. It's actually pretty good. That doesn't really help too much. I guess it still helps. Silence will be annoying here. Oh, I got him. Nice. Alright, well I don't know why that run took me so long. I just am stupid, I guess. But that was a fun run. I actually felt like it was pretty good the whole way through. There were some moments where it felt potentially weak, but I gotta say, the fact that at points it was a pretty middling deck, but still didn't necessarily feel too bad, does point me to thinking that Spine Chafe is still pretty busted. I mean, it's hard to say, right? It's like I had some cards that synergize pretty well with his abilities, but I think his abilities just tend to synergize with a lot of stuff really well. That's why it's so good, right? Yeah, and I will say Revenge of the Damned was pretty good here, though I think a lot of that was just the fact that we added Surge Stone to it, so it was a consumable card, but it certainly was alright. Alright, well, you can have fun with that one too, if you want. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.